Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermorians. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airways on WNTF. Nevermind the Furthermore. Really need to get drum pop for that. Just to remind you, Nevermind the Furthermore is, of course, brought to you by the Independent Creator Directory, your one-stop shop for the best and brightest in independent creators, authors, artists, musicians, editors, the works. Not only is it the best place to find folks who can help you get your dream started, but it's the best place to get established as a platform to build your dream online without fear of getting kicked off because you've annoyed Elon Musk or Zuckerberg or whoever the billionaire of the week may be. It's also made possible by sales of Bing, the Simple Sword, the Fighting Axe, and the Simple Spear, my ongoing series of books teaching you the basics of melee combat so that you can learn to fight your friends safely, build up strength, confidence to slay the dragons in your life, both metaphorical and literal, as well as the Big Stompy Robots core rulebook. The Big Stumpy Robots line of games, including apps by Joe Bachman Technologies, as well as 2 novellas, Eyes to the Skies and Small Arms, with more on the way in both those lovely series. Friends, I have a lot in the works, and I am keeping it going. So, with all that being said, let's get into today's accountability. Yesterday was an interesting day for me. I got a little bit of writing done, but I got to sit in front of some art, and I am working on art commissions, a very specific art commission for Taylor Furlow of When Worlds Collide. Great game. I got to be involved in some of the playtesting years and years ago. I'm glad to see it finally coming to fruition. I've gotten word that once the very limited number of copies of the first edition of the Hybrid Sons of God's role-playing game are out, the people who bought it will have their copies, and there will be, according to Luke Stone, my partner in that endeavor, about 17 copies each. Now, there may be, and they're planned eventually as the market becomes available, more releases, but they're getting copies of the first print will be a very rare thing. So I encourage you when everything's rattled down, if you missed out on the Kickstarter on the crowdfunder, I'm sorry, I'm trying to purge myself of companies that have dominated uh, whole genres of stuff. We have video game consoles, not Nintendos, because there's Nintendos and Sega. Older systems still exist, and Xbox and PlayStation and a myriad of indie boxes floating around in Steam decks and the PC master race, as they like to be referred to. You have the you have refrigerators, not fridge, because fridge gets close. Frigidaire was the big brand. There are role-playing games, not D&D, and there are crowdfunders, not Kickstarters. I say that because GoFundMe is one of many that have cropped up, and for the independent-minded person, that is a good place over at Fund My Comic, not GoFundMe. So we need to keep these things in mind. Names have power, words have meaning, and we need to remember that and use them well and eloquently, so that we can build up the right kind of people, folks. And what do I mean by the right kind of people? Because there are some people that's going to sound like a dog whistle to some folks. The right kind of people are the independent creatives, the people who want to tell their story, the people who have a story to tell. I lean towards the kind people, the intelligent people, the people who are out there making things better. And I will tell you, as a cheat, you'll find a whole lot of those people right in the chat right here. So, folks, be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and get in the chat, because one great thing, one of the best things about this program, before we get into my other stuff, is that we build community, we build connections. Business gets done right here, and I'm proud of that. Now, speaking of business that's coming up, next week, Friday, I am going to cancel my broadcasts. The reason I'm not doing my evening broadcast is that I will be going to New Chicago to run a show. The warm-up before the Gary Shakespeare Company can do their thing. Now, that's only an hour, only a 2-hour-long show starting at 5, which will, and an hour plus travel, which obviously zaps my evening, which is fine. There is a slight chance, if things go perfectly, we may even broadcast some of that program. The reason I'm not, the reason I am not going to be broadcasting is because I will be setting up for that. That means packing all the weaponry, and by that I mean trainers, guys, for the shows. Gear. It's going to be I have to do a 2-hour show in 90-degree heat, which should have a feels like of about 103. I will be performing in costume with the lovely Trelena Bachman, the alternately lovely Joe Bachman. I don't know which ways he'll be participating, but we're going to go. And I have to make sure that I have enough gear to keep everyone safe, and to alternate weapons and stuff between, so that we can bamf and keep things going, to keep the crowd warmed up before the world-renowned Gary Shakespeare Company can start up their version of The Tempest. Now, in true irony, there may be some storms, so I will not be able to bring out my steel. This I find tragic. But having had experience, one does not want to be holding 3-foot-long metal spikes, however flexible they may be, in a thunderstorm. So I want no stress on it in my body. It's the first, maybe second since my bad nerve stuff. I'm a little intimidated. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to come here with bravado. If I feel nervous about something, I will let you know because that's part of the process. And I believe in showing my scars and weakness so other people feel comfortable having theirs. Um, it should be a great time, but safety is a major concern, especially when we're dealing with the public as it is. And I need to figure out some potential safety measures. Being me, I have to be hyper prepared. It's how I roll. So that is next Friday. This Friday we are right on track of both for this program and for the next, being the Historical Fencing Guild over on the sister channel to this, the Historical Fencing Guild channel, where we will be talking swords and shenanigans. I'll probably be talking about my prep and walking through some of the prep and why I do it. So there'll be a lot of gear discussion, a lot of, you know, I may hold up pieces of my costuming. We will see, because balancing costuming, safety, and getting stuff done is all a kind of conglomeration. I also have two doctor's appointments today, including, well, Matt has two. I have one. One of them is an eye doctor, so I may look pretty trippy. We're not real sure. Uh, it is long past time for me to have a new glasses prescription. So that is all been in the works. Uh, I'm plugging around on some other game design issues. For the people who asked, yes, the generic base plus 2 system is in the works. I did review Jody McPhee's module. And I sent him my notes. Whether he takes them or not is up to him. I did not have, I did not write the module, and I haven't been paid to do this. This part is me just giving extra after service because I'm just that guy. But before we go into our other stuff, I want to let you guys know that I am fully in support of the SAG-AFTRA strike. However, I have not been told there's no reason to boycott companies yet, and as long as we're not scabbing, so be careful. If you are going to conventions and you're a cosplayer and you have companies reaching out, please cosplay these characters for us. Don't do it. They're doing that because they can't hire actors to cosplay professionally, so they're getting you not only to do paid work for free, but paid work across picket lines, and that is bad form, folks. And there are many things one must avoid, but whenever possible, one must avoid bad form. There are many things that are far more forgivable, but really, bad form? No. Now, we have a lot of writing and a lot of creating we're doing. And I was wondering something, and it slipped my mind just a moment ago, so I'm going to try to resurrect that bit of comment as my speech impediment fires up. But I want to know how your works help, if they help, and if not, if you feel your works don't need to, how do you reconcile that? I say this because I believe in not doing anything for just one reason, and some of my works are far more helpful than others. Obviously, my nonfiction stuff is meant to educate, uplift, empower, that sort of stuff. But I wonder if there isn't a message woven into my my fiction. And I know it involves horror, because horror always creeps in. I am not intentionally a horror author, but elements of it like to sprinkle itself through my stories. Like some people use swear words as sentence enhancers. So I want to inspire folks. I prefer stories personally, and this is not for everyone, but I prefer stories that in the end, the bad guys make a satisfying thump when they hit the ground. But sometimes that doesn't happen. So I wonder, What do your stories that you tell, your art that you do, what does it promote? What is the uh, reasoning behind it? Not just why do you do what you do, friends, but what do you do with what you do on a philosophical or even moral level? And that's something I'd like to float as a possible topic of conversation. As always, if something else is going on or something else you guys want to discuss, I will gladly moderate that discussion because, friends, this isn't about me. This channel is not about me. Usually it's about uh, promoting others or distractions, pleasant things, little journeys into different worlds. That's what my art does. That's what my stories do. They, uh, escapism is very much an important thing. I think, to paraphrase Tolkien, reality can be a prison just like anything else. And the first uh, duty of a prisoner is to escape reality, is to escape. So escape reality in this case. But it does make me wonder, dear friends, after we've escaped for a while, can we not bring back some of what we learned? Can we not instill slivers of hope and heroism in folks? Or warnings about the hazards of what could come? I mean, I've watched climate change happen. I realize people have not listened to science fiction nearly enough. But we all, I feel, do something. Everyone, from the person who pushes the buttons and moves the stock to make any number of the myriad of bizarre objects surrounding me. Somebody had to run a machine that made these markers. You know, and because they're making these markers, well, usually millions of kids can draw their stories. They're changing the world by making markers. It's their occupation, something they should be proud of. When a mechanic repairs a car, they're not just repairing a car. They're making sure that every car that they repair can get whoever is in them where they need to go. Uh, there is, I believe, a very quiet heroism in the occupations we aspire to. And I'm a man who has held many, many jobs, far more than I should for someone my age, and far more than maybe I intended. But I only have one occupation, and I spend a whole lot of my time trying to write the framework of the job description that to be a Nick is. And part of it, I find, is trying to solve problems before they happen. And through that, I do a lot of things. I build people up. I try to tell stories. I try to educate. I try to be the person that I wish I'd known. I call it the Uncle Iroh clause. The Uncle Iroh clause is this. Uncle Iroh references an animation called Avatar: The Last Airbender. It was technically a children's program, but one may watch it as an adult and see the depth and wisdom within it. And it was a character named Uncle Iroh. And Uncle Iroh was a man who made mistakes and suffered loss and gained wisdom and tried to use his wisdom to help, well, most of the time, his nephew. And basically anyone he encountered. He was good like that as a character. Uh, Sorry, my lazy eye is acting up just a bit. Uh, the thing is, many people look for that person in their darker times. They look for the Uncle Iros, the person who can help them through, maybe make things a little better. Can't fix it for them. I mean, everybody wants that, but they don't really want that. But they want, guidance and assistance and help. And because I've acquired some knowledge and experience and guidance, and I've had to do it the hard way, I spent a lot of time looking for the Uncle Iros in my life, and I've had a few in different ways, in different aspects, and there have been many times I didn't. So I tried to become that person. So I ask you, when you look around, do you have an Uncle Iro? Do you have someone that you can lean to and learn from? And if you don't need them anymore, have you learned enough to become them? And if you don't have one, you have to look around and then maybe it's time to saddle up, cowboy. To borrow an old phrase from my father-in-law, maybe it's time to cut fence and sort some folks out. And that needn't be violently or abrasively. Sometimes it can be done with soft words and warm tea. But bring it full circle to my commentary before I drop to the ad. Let me know what you guys are, what your work is for, what it's about. And even if it is nothing, it's just mindless popcorn entertainment, that has value. But ponder what that means to you, okay? Now, I prattled way longer than I intended, full 5 minutes over my line, so I'm going to run Joe's ad, and then I'll get to the more interesting parts, the parts of your comments to all this.
Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore.
Hi, I'm Joe Bachman with Behind the Code, Monday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Time on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch on the Independent Creator Directory pages. On this show, you'll be able to watch me go through and update the Independent Creator Directory website with new features or new members depending on what we have going on that week. Again, that's Monday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Time on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch on the Independent Creator Directory page. Joe Bachman again with The Burning is Love on Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Time, also on the Independent Creator Directory Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch pages. To find out more about the Independent Creator Directory, visit indiecd.org to find other great authors, artists, game designers, and live streamers. On this stream, you'll get to watch me go through and do various word burning projects that I put on theburningislove.com. I look forward to seeing you guys there and hope you have a great day.
And I hope Joe, wherever he is having a great day. We're going to have a lot of adventures next week. And being me, I'm going to do my best to be as prepared as possible. But with all that said, let's get to the best chat in the business. First through the door, I believe, if it hasn't been cut off, was Alec. Alex Creations, good morning, Alec. Can't make it today. Sorry for no contact on Wednesday. Was having a rough one. Have a great day and weekend, y'all. You too, Alec. You take it easy. Good morning, everyone. In case Alec's comment got scrolled off, Alec can't make it today. Thank you very much, Carl. I appreciate that. And both guys understanding that occasionally StreamYard, for its own reasons, cuts the line off. So Donna had to take her friend to the doctor. So you're stuck with me and the cats till this end. On this end. Well, we are happy to have you, Carl, and tell Donna she is much missed. Guys, be sure to hit the like buttons and be sure to share this around so that you can catch it later. I'm only here till around 9:30 and then off to be manipulated. By a chiropractor or a lawyer? Hey, Don. Hopefully it's good manipulations. Hello, Carl. Me too. I was hurting last night. Maybe they will do massage instead of exercise today. Oh, that kind of manipulation. Okay, cool. Hiding behind the fern that barely comes up to his knees. I'm not here. There's nothing to see here. Move along. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You know what? That tells me that there's no that the accountability from Rich, he is something he's worried about. Well, I've made it worse because apparently Project Gutenberg has the Book of Werewolves from, I want to say, 1846. I shared a video on my normal Facebook tagging Rich in it. I hope you see it, sir, because that might help you with your project. That would be nice for you. I think I will take a nap before tonight myself. Woke up at 4, but got a lot done. None of it writing, though. That happens. LOL, Rich. Be nice to Fern. She's a little green, though. Her jealousy can be a little leafy. Oh, I love you guys. And yes, leafy moss is coming. And if you don't know what leafy moss is, stay tuned. We're only about a month away from the beginning. I have a sleepy kitty girl here by my chair. No idea where Trouble Boy got off to. Kitty girl and Trouble Boy. Oh, good Lord, does that sound like a ages like 7 to 11 superhero comic. Be careful of Ficus, though. She could be quite fake at times. Where are all the latecomers? They should be rolling in soon. That's okay. If they miss it, it happens. I think we have to miss the first Shakespeare event. Hope to get to the second one. You'll be at that one too, right? Possibly. Rich, are you going to be one of them? Human lightning rod, sign me up. I mean, it's got to give me superpower sometime, right? So what if it's a 1 in 600 trillion shot? Let's not get you in. Toss in a radioactive spider and you're set. It's Northwest Indiana. Everything's chemically or radioactively affected. So you're saying you have a shot, right? Time for that sentence enhancer, Captain. So how does my work help others or myself? Yes. Good morning, gently. Sorry I'm late. Early doctor's appointment. No new diseases today. Just the same old ones. Well, that's good. I'm going to do my usual promo thing because I've been fighting my internet for anything, and I'm glad it's letting me stream. But while I'm saying that, we have The Rembrandt Stratagem by Kelly Carlisle. Guys, I've been plugging this forever. The Paranormal Case Files of Bishop Kincaid. Just read the book! And we have many, many comments, which is good. People are being chatty. I like chatty. Helps me deal with the childhood BS. I could take vengeance on those who hurt me, hide it behind a curtain, and nobody actually gets hurt. Catharsis is valid, and very often we're not the only ones who have to suffer it. My nonfiction helps people use programs, enjoy a game better, improve their memory. Nonfiction has no my nonfiction. I think fiction has no underlying purpose than escapism. Well, Kelly, hey there. Good on the no new diseases. We want no new diseases. Helps me escape. Helps me work through things in my head that I don't feel others take me seriously enough over, and others will take me too seriously. Writing can be very therapeutic. Absolutely. Now, I don't think it should take the place of therapy, and uh, I think there's a lot to be said there too. Unfortunately, there are a couple tropes that about writers themselves that are frequently had that scare me in the circles I travel in. Alcoholism, suicide, things like that. So be careful out there, folks. If you need help, reach out. No one, no matter how big, no matter how strong, can hold everything. Okay? Kelly says, some people collect stamps. I collect diseases and traumas. Oh, we love you, Kelly. You're in the right place. Kelly, we need to copyright ailment cards. Collect them all. You've got the diabetes card? I've been looking for diabetes forever. Oh, geez. Why does that sound like a money in the bank idea? Why not? Take it. Run with it, Kelly. If you need ideas, I'm here. Too funny. Thanks. There's always a collector of the weird and strange. Rich, the colors help my heart. Even if you're tweaking them yet, the fixer in me loves that. Collars? Oh, probably for your cats. This is that moment where I just flashed insight into some of the circles I've traveled in. Hi, Dawn, and hello, Dawn. I think I better run a picture for cats to make up for whatever that brain burp was of mine. Please follow Dawn on Facebook. She'll throw the link in, won't she, for her fashionable felines getting into mischief. Woo. Where are we? Okay. Hi, Dawn. How are you feeling this morning? Ailment cards? Ooh, makes me think. I have the interstitial cystis card, LOL. Cat collars are so nice. Sadly, our cats would not wear them. Callie would be so nutso. Understood. My cats hate their collars and rarely wear them. What happened? And it just jumped. There we go. Hey, Kelly, getting ready to head out to PT soon. For some reason, I'm blocked from saying something. I must have used a bad word. I have not done anything to block you, Carl. Sorry about that. I hereby give Kelly, says Carl, rights to ailment cards from this day forward and wants to help send her the details. I just got cut off. Weird. Okay. Dawn, I'm thinking about you. Have the best day you can, hon. Talk to you later. I love the love. Speaking of love, let's run a commercial. And, let's throw some love at... Well, I can't do that. Those are done. That's 2 minutes. Let's do this.
Hey there, everyone. This is Donna Carlene. Want some romance mixed in with a dead body or more? Then you enjoy my Hunter's Ridge series. Set in a small town in Alabama, it's the story of Northern Rider computer tech Carly Simone and the love of her life, Captain B.J. Martin of the Hunter's Ridge PD. But life in a small town is not all roses and beer, as Carly's expertise in true-life crime telling makes her the Hunter's Ridge murder expert. And then there's nowhere to go dancing except the Dixie with his country music. But Rocker Carly can adjust, can't she?
That's such a great ad, and showing a little strap there. Sorry about that, guys. And I don't know if we're having technical difficulties. I'm not seeing anything on my screen, so I apologize for that. So Sabine Bearing Gold, also free on Kindle. Have it on all my portable devices for years. Okay. Carl, you gave me an idea for a future villainous character in my Bishop Kincaid universe. When I introduce her, I'll make sure you get co-credit. Aw, thanks. And we made Nick make the noise. What noise? I'm sorry, I missed that reference at about 10 minutes ago. I think Donna ordered Kelly's book. I'll have to check. We try not to buy the same book twice. Understood. Sorry, my fiction has no purpose, no hidden agendas, no deeper meanings. Any future professor who tries to sign the meaning is wrong. Thank you. As a lit major at one point, no, it was one of my primaries. Thank you from the bottom of my black little heart. After hearing about reading the yellow wallpaper and it meaning something entirely different, allegedly, than what it clearly laid out objectively, messages like that are excellent. But it's a good thing. But it's a good mental exercise. Carl, if she ordered the current non-edited version, let me know. I will send her a new edited version and changed print version in this October. Oh, you are a goddess. I'll ask her when she gets back. Let's look into Nick's mind about the caller comment. Oh my. I know what I'm about. Thank you very much. Kelly Carlisle. Thanks. When you buy the print version, you'll get the free print copy in October. I won't allow a cruddy version that someone pays for to stay in their head. Only the new version. A person's money is valuable to Carl, she continues. All current print versions bought get the new copy. You are amazing. Rocker Carly can adapt, can't she? Nope, I doubt it. Hey-o! Hey, Grant! Hey, Grant. Oh, it was by Sabine Baring Gold. Okay. I could not remember the author's name, and my brain, unfortunately, has been in sci-fi mode. So I went to Sabine from Star Wars and the Goa'uld, and then Lady de Winter, and my brain went, woo! Wah, wah, wah. And then file 404. Nick.exe not found. But, I rebooted. I'm back. And I'm better than ever. Kelly, I keep updating my guide to Muncie. Then I give the PDF to people who bought a few years back. I'll not make money on it, but I do have a following, and that has value. The groan when talking about radioactive spiders and lightning strokes. I got you. Welcome to my subconscious. Don't mind the mess and duck your head. That's interesting, Carl. I'll have to look into that. You're looking into Carl's subconscious? Yes, that was classic Lord Nick. Reach out to me on FB. I will PDF you too. Oh, God. Well, I'm glad to see everyone is connecting and exchanging PDFs. That is very much in the spirit as we approach that most sacred of holidays, Leafy Moss. But we will see soon. Soon we will have Leafy Moss. And we will prep for the coming dark times. But I'm not in a hurry towards fall. This might surprise everyone, but my summer's been a little fragmented because of weather and the fact that, and Brian Rodman understands better than any living being and better than I do, the foulness that has come down from Canada, taking the great smoke upon us. I like to breathe as bad as I am at it. So it has impeded my ability to do so. It really is a quiet Friday. I'm kind of surprised what's going on. I'll have to watch my numbers. If Friday numbers keep being too low, maybe I don't need to have a Friday show. I mean, I have to see that. But We we have service, folks. We have service to each other. We have service to our work, and we have the opportunity to make the world a better place, even if it is by distracting folks. Because I will tell you, um, much of my media that I choose to partake in is selected for its ability to distract me. Uh, because we all need to escape. I limit the news I watch because it's too easy to get addicted to doom scrolling, and there is almost want to call it a dark dopamine that cyclic anxiety can run through a mind like mine. 2020 was very good for that. And now that we're 3 years out from it, I am really assessing and keeping in mind just how dangerous that sort of thing can be. But yes, let me go through the comments because we got a few more. I'm guessing you're talking to me, Carl. I appreciate that much, and I'll message you. And we probably got more smoke in the last few weeks from Canada than all the cigarette smokers in the last. I think so. Yes, Kelly. Very appreciated, Carl. A friend posted that this week's air quality was equal to Bingo Hall in the 1970s. Truth. Absolutely. I came out at one point and I went, I know some company is dumping crud in it because I flashed back. And I'm not kidding. I flashed back hard to the summer of '87 when we moved to Northwest Indiana, and the smell that was in the air. Because I know a lot of like factories have been venting crud that they're not supposed to under the guise of the smoke. Uh, it was tangible. I'm like, oh, God. It burns your face, and there was that distinct yellow orangish tint to the sky, which is quite unnerving. Yes, it was bad, and I'm glad that it is clearing out. I hate to think about the cost in lives and land, but we'll see. Happy Friday, Cindy Koepp. And as Cindy arrives and does her amazing stuff, she's at the quarter of the hour. It's just perfectly in time for this. Totally wasn't pulled into the little goofy Ewoks are better than the Hobbits propaganda book. Let's see what we have here. And hi, Cindy. And Cindy says, have you seen simple swords fighting axes with simple spears in a melee with big stumpy rope? Ultimate and Brigadier Doomkaiser's trademark patented copyright Nicholas Tockert many years ago. And now it's going to have to rise from the depths. I have too many projects. I can't let Doom Kaiser rise right now. Okay. Hi. Waves. I wonder if they were releasing junk under the yes. I truly believe it by what I was smelling and feeling, because I've been around forest fires. I actually drove through the forest fire when one of the big Yellowstone forest fires. We were in the middle of it, trying to get through on a trip once. In the distance, we saw one going, and I tell you, seeing a wall of fire moving about 35 miles an hour through a valley is something to see. Prefer to never again, but yeah. Catch up on Nick's artwork on deviantart.com/NickT. I need to. I have so much to upload. Tune into the Historical Fencing Guild tonight at 7 p.m. That's Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. And patreon.com/the Historical Fencing Guild to help Nick teach people safely. Teach people to be safely dangerous. Thank you. And to my Patreon folks, there will be a big thank you. The kind of thanks that you guys deserve coming up. I want to do some stuff. So keep watch for that. Catch up with the works of former mortician assistant, smashwords.com/profile/view, Brian K. Morse. There's the story idea. Dumping chems during a natural disaster. BCAM would already have a book deal on it by end of show. Okay, you know what? If that's what the boss would do, and we just doubled our numbers. So yeah, thank you guys who came in a little late. I appreciate you guys being here. Who wants it? Come on, pipe up. One of you guys wants to write a story about dumping chemicals during a natural disaster. Oh, I scooted, forgot to say bye. See some of y'all tonight. Big weekend, though. Hang with Cookie and BCAM at QuadCon in Peoria. Well, I love Cookie. Y'all who are there, give them big hugs, because I'm going to miss the heck out of them. Hey, everyone, please stay safe and create wondrous concepts. I'll see you all Monday, getting kicked off. And on the internet, be good, friends. You too. So I can't actually hear because I'm in the waiting room. LOL. It happens. That's fine. That's fine. We got this. Dawn can't hear. So I will use my ancient techniques. There, Dawn. Oh, don't worry about the has-wares. That was a joke. There we go. If you're not on Smashwords, you can find out about Fez-powered writers here. That's Brian K. Morris's Amazon. And if you want to go to Bear Publication for snazzy science fiction, bearpublications.com. And you can get online merch at bit.ly/bearpub by Dawn and Kelly. Ooh, Pop says cool comic book info at Pop Zanzan. That's his YouTube station, Comics Talk with Pop Zanzan. Catch up Roll Cruise's art on artstation.com/rollcruise. Alrighty. So Cindy, since you're throwing all the plugs in the universe, how are you doing? We've heard from you in a while. You are one of my favorite fans. Fan fighters, fans, etc. Huh. Roll subscribe stars. I'm playing nice today. Oh, there's something going on. A lot of things are getting kind of bonkers. From the desk of Small Press Publisher. Apologies, sir. No worries, Joe. I was talking and promoting your works because you're awesome, and we are always glad to see you. And in fact, I'm so glad to see you. I'm going to do the only thing I can do to appreciate morning Nick. Jody, we're going to zip right up here. I overzipped. Bam.
Hi, I am Joe D. McPhee. I am the host of From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher. And I want to cordially invite you to watch our show Saturdays at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. On our show, we will have different guests as well as talk about the comic book industry and pop culture. And every so often, I might actually do a drawing session or a 3D rendering session every here and there. So once again, I want to invite you to watch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher right here on the broadcast channel that you're looking at, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Hope to see you there, and make certain that you catch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks.
No, thank you, Joe, because you put out really neat individual content that's just, I know I talk about it a lot, but I respect people who know what they're about, they stick to their guns, and they do what they love. Even when it's not my jam, I respect that. Honor, integrity are things that are lacking, and Joe has those. And I respect, like I said, I respect that. I've been seeing ads, actually, you came to mind, that Dash 3D has some really neat new updates and some different models and stuff. And I was thinking about you. I hope you're staying up to date with that, because some of those new models look like it could really change some of how you do your stuff. There's the potential's out there. Not saying you need to, just saying that it's available. And I saw that, I was thinking of you, Joe. Let's see. And let me get back to where I was. Victoria's work for supporting caregivers. Absolutely. Thanks for the beginning comments on the module. You're welcome. I was working on it, and I realized I think there's some formatting that will really help you with a little bit of research. So I would look. Actually, there is a gentleman by the name of Professor Dungeon Master. He runs a YouTube channel called Dungeon Craft, and this is open for anybody. He's reviewing a lot of independent. He's actually switched over to being almost entirely independent RPGs, and he's a person who I respect highly in the YouTube and gaming field, who runs in OSR circles like I do and some other things. I think you might want to look at some of his stuff to see the simplest ways to when he's reviewing the different modules, it'll give you an idea of the easiest to use methods and a better framework. Okay, because you have a great concept, you really do. I just think we got to work on the execution of it. Let's see. Cindy says, I'm doing work. Work has been challenging, but I'm working, so that's nice. I understand and respect that. Hey, Jody. Making bunches of mini amiguri for the next QuadCon I'm at. Fort Dodge and Cedar Falls that weekend after this. Oh, cool. Still assembling stories and getting them edited to make a collection to publish. Need to sort out an idea for a cover since it's a wide assortment of genres. That's something, we can probably talk about for a few minutes. Guys, it sounds like Cindy has to do a cover that crosses genres. How would you guys handle it? But we'll put that to the chat. Still learning all the Tai Chi I can. I'm supposed to test on the fast form next week. So I'm getting that all happily practiced. Wonderful. That's so good for you. A friend was talking about starting a new show. I told her that if she did it on Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, I'd disown her. Accountability, I will be making final edits to issue number 4 on primetime Saturday night. Surprisingly, the editor said it wasn't a train wreck for it not being scripted. Wonderful. I was the only one to show up for class last night, so the teacher and I covered some intermediate stuff that I'll be learning next instead of the basic stuff of the class. What? That is those are golden moments when you can get that one-on-one, both for the teacher and the student, having been on both sides of the desk, so to speak. I am so happy you got that, because that's really a lot of growth happens very fast when you have opportunities like that. The intermediate stuff involves application of the various moves from the forms I've learned so far. Tai Chi, Wu style anyway, is a very grappling kind of style. Its movements are a lot of joint locks and throwing your opponent on the can. That is delightful. I do love that stuff. Morning at Carl Witzman. Meeting time, hostile. Bye-bye, folks. Goodbye, Rich. Good morning, everyone. Hey, Teddy, how are you doing? Johnny just put boobs on it. I'm the wrong person to ask. No, you know what? Sex appeal is... a wise person said sexy sells, sex doesn't. And I have to agree with that. The implication sells far more than the action. While that might not be Cindy's jam, it is a valid statement to make, however tongue-in-cheek as it was delivered, Johnny. Some people of the stories of my collection are published novels, others are not. So it's sci-fi and general fiction. That's a big tent. Do they have any unifying themes? Hello, Rich. Hello, Blue and Johnny. Hey, Carl. I mean, that is a through line for a surprising amount of genres, though. You might be onto something, Johnny. You might be. I might take a nap. I've been up since 5 this morning. Take a nap. I've been starting to run out of steam. Just take the nap. You've earned it. Get your nap. I'm pro naps. So the tough thing about cross genre cover, maybe something based on the title or something somewhat generic. Wow, Grant. Thus ends my break. Have some fun storming the castle. Check out SartanArt76 for vintage cartoonists. Go to ckoepp.com for Dragons and Books. Alrighty. Well, I'm almost at the end of my program, so I need to run a couple ads and notices for some friends. So I'll run a couple I haven't had in a while, and we'll go from there. Well, Amy Hale's a heck of an author. The unifying theme is a lot of them have disabled character involved. I'm considering patchwork for a title and making a cover quilt thing. That is brilliant. I think you should go with that. Need to sketch it to see if I can make it go. Talk some one more artistic thing. You have a lot of resources for that. But sorry if it looks too much, but that looks too much like a craft book. We'll keep thinking on it. Okay. That it depends. It depends on just what the patches look like. So what you need is as many of the stories represented from as exciting a point of it, and possibly a subtitle, patchwork. No, I don't want to say adventures with disabilities because that's too on point. But we'll keep working on it. And while we keep working on it, folks, I want you guys to get out there and keep creating, keep editing, keep making what you do, because whatever the reason behind it is, you do it and it matters because you are making a difference. And I just hope it's a positive one. So with that, guys, keep drawing, keep creating, keep editing, because you can always improve it. You can always fix it, but you can't edit a blank page. I love you, and I'll see you Monday for the next episode of Nevermind the Furthermore.